This year's North American International Auto Show is brought to you by Mother Nature's middle finger. For anyone kind of wondering the difference between this and SEMA, SEMA is much more aftermarket related, performance related. This is kind of the consumer auto show, and nothing defines that more than families looking at plug-in hybrid minivans. Collectively, every car in this booth will get about 50,000 miles before they break. This is the other problem with these cars. The B-pillar is halfway up the driver's seat. So Cash makes transmissions, or transmission parts.
That part.
So which ones do you make?
This part right here. I believe this part right here.
The days of supercharging and turbocharging are over. Time to start overclocking your car. Hydrogen-powered vehicles. We definitely have not ever proven at any point in history that that's a bad idea.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, the humanity!
This is the first really new car that we've seen at the auto show yet. It's the Kia Telluride, their new mid-size SUV. This thing actually looks pretty sweet. Now everyone's doing daytime running lights these days, but Kia does it a little bit differently. Still runs it around the headlight, but these are amber. I mean, it's unique. I don't know if I'm a fan just yet, but it's pretty cool to see something different. They were giving rides somewhere, I saw earlier, where they set up kind of like an off-road course. Okay, we're going for a ride in the Kia. What's up, man? How's it going? You gonna give us a good ride?
That seemed like a big happen. Did you wait for me specifically? Are we watching the other people? Of course.
Yeah, we were waving people in front of us. Like, we gotta get David. He's gonna whip it the fastest.
Kia Telluride.
One of them, I think it was went up the that first hill, and the front tire started spinning. And I think what they did is they took the front wheel drive model. See, you didn't believe me.
I didn't believe him when this happened.
They have an all-wheel drive and a front-wheel drive version. I think they took the front-wheel drive ones because they're the cheapest and outfitted them to do this course because it was just spinning the front wheel.
They literally got stuck going up the hill.
Yeah.
And they had to go out there with a rake and fill in the little hole it made so that the others didn't get stuck.
So I don't know if I recorded it, but we asked our driver when we finished that last one if they come in all-wheel drive, and he said
front wheel drive or all wheel drive. Okay, depends on your trim level.
So I almost guaranteed that these are front-wheel drive only.
Look. No rear diff.
Oh, it got stuck. It got stuck.
Yeah, that's the same one.
And the open air freedom that G-Bars have come to love, while giving you the versatility and utility of a best-in-class mid-size pickup truck.
Can we all agree that badges on the grills of cars are getting way too big? So this is the Subaru STI S209, which will be the most powerful Subaru ever sold in the United States. And it's extremely limited run. Subaru says they're making just over 200 of them. I'm gonna guess they're making 209 of them. And they're running with these classic gold STI wheels, which I really like. I found the Toyota built performance coupe that everyone should want at the auto show. This is the Rcaf Track Edition, 5-liter V8, 470 horsepower, the staggered F-style exhaust tips, really aggressive taillights, and carbon fiber everywhere. That rear diffuser's carbon, the rear spoiler is carbon, side skirts are carbon, the roof is carbon, hood carbon, front splitter carbon. Headlights are a little funky. I kind of like the design.
You're seeing it here in a custom matte nebula gray that will be exclusive to the Rcaf Track Edition. Now there's going to be some features that make it different from the Rcaf that's already part of our lineup. It's going to be 176 pounds lighter. And that's due to the carbon fiber you're seeing here on the hood, carbon fiber roof, down here on the skirt, as well as this fixed rear wing that's going to give you 58 pounds of additional downforce. Also notice, we even have red detailing all throughout the interior in the stitching and even in these Brembo ceramic brakes.
Made it to the booth with all the buzz. Now, as I'm sure many of you are aware, the Supra was co-developed with BMW, and by co-developed, I mean BMW made a Z4 and then Toyota put their badges on it. This car comes with a B58, B30 engine, same one that comes in the Z4 M40i, the 340, the 440. It's been tested across a line of BMWs and been used for a while. I will take you through the Supra. I don't think it looks horrible, but it does look a lot like a Z4, and there's very good reasons for that. They went a little weird with some of the vents that aren't even functional, and then once you see the interior, you'll see how much like a BMW it looks. But let's take a closer look. Now this is the angle I like the best. These rear haunches look really good. The duckbill kind of spoiler thing, it's okay. Not terrible. Dual exhaust with pretty big exhaust tips. The center portion, which is very F1-esque, rear fog light kind of deal. I'm assuming this is used for the backup light. Diffuser design is pretty cool. These little wings on the side are obviously pretty much useless, but it looks okay. Now, following the line of the taillights down, this vent behind the rear arches is fake, unfortunately. Moving around the side, all launch editions will come with the 19-inch wheels. Moving on to the door, if you remember from the FT1 concept, there's a pretty big vent here that looked functional. This is just a stuck-on plastic piece that is obviously not functional. Side skirts might be a little hard to see just because it's sitting on a black floor. I'll try to get down low enough for you to see. You know, molded black plastic. It's okay. As a launch edition, this has the red accents, and then there's red accents on the interior as well. I'll try to go around the other side and get a little better view of the interior without so much reflection. If you look at the turn signal stock, that is straight out of the BMW parts bin. Steering wheel buttons, also very BMW-esque. Shifter, straight from BMW. The controller for the nav screen, that's an iDrive. I mean, there's nothing Toyota about that, as well as the electronic parking brake. And then the front end is really where this car falls apart for me. I've heard multiple people just standing around say it looks a lot like a hardtop Miata, which I agree with. Another fake vent behind the front wheel here, up on the hood. The hood is pretty strange. It kind of slopes down, goes all the way to the wheels on both sides. You don't really have a true quarter panel over here. Front vent under the headlight, again, fake. Headlights look good though. I like that running light design. The nose on that front bumper is hideous, in my opinion. I think they could have done a lot better up here. I'm not a big fan of that. You have these front air dams. Obviously, so this lower portion is functional. Upper portion is blocked off. No air getting through there. Center grille as well, functional. Quite a bit of ground clearance underneath. I moved over to this red one because there's a couple more features that I think stand out more in this color. One, to me, is this kind of dip in the roof. Looks so much like a Viper. I like it. And then the headlights themselves, I assume, are by LED. Even though the lines back here on the trunk section look a little strange, apparently it is a full hatchback. That glass piece hinges up with the back part of the trunk. The back end is the best part of this car, and the taillights are pretty cool where they come out from behind the body panel. You can see the entire top of the taillight. I think that looks pretty good.
You have this for any way you want, as long as you get it automatic. This will only come up with 8-speed automatic at launch. I know some of you guys asked for manuals. We don't know yet, but at launch you will have an option for an 8-speed automatic transmission.
I'm gonna wrap it up here with the Supra on the good-looking end of it. You guys let me know what you think, what they get right, what they get wrong, and I'm gonna walk around and see what else I can find. So there's one more high performance car that I know everybody wanted to see because it got released this year, but I can't remember where it is. Maybe I'll find it somewhere. Well, I never thought I'd like a Toyota Avalon, but here we are. Okay, does someone want to explain to me how the Supra has fake vents, but the Avalon hybrid has real ones? The consumer car market these days is all about SUVs. I mean, that's probably 80+% of the show is small to mid-size SUVs and trucks. I'm in a Toyota Highlander right now, nothing I'd ever consider, but this is one of the most interesting center consoles I've ever seen in any vehicle. How bizarre is that? It just slides open. I don't know why it wouldn't just be one piece either, but there you go. Continuing Toyota's theme of weird center consoles, in this Land Cruiser, there's a refrigerator. Okay. This is the CT6V, which is probably Cadillac's true M5 competitor. It's kind of the executive sedan feel, but with the V package. It's the first ever all-wheel drive Cadillac V car. So I saw someone over here playing with this convertible Buick, and I noticed they open the trunk and the entire taillight piece moves with the trunk. Now if you know about US taillight regulations or light regulations, you cannot have a taillight on a movable piece of bodywork. So I asked the representative how they got around that, and what they did is add an entire other taillight inside the trunk. And it has everything. It's got reverse, hazards, and brakes on a separate piece inside the trunk. But when you close it, those go off and the main ones come back on. Can't wait to see Matthew McConaughey try to sell me one of these.
That's a big bull.
Just a quick look at the new Hyundai Palisade, their full-size SUV. The headlights are interesting. This is not the headlight. This is part of the running light and turn signal. This is the headlight, stacked on top of each other, lower down on the bumper. Creates a pretty cool two-piece design, but that is a funky headlight setup. This wheel and wrap color combo looks really familiar for some reason. Almost like I've seen it somewhere before. There's a new Raptor, but there's something else in the Ford booth that we came to look at, and it's surrounded by people right now. This is it, the all-new Shelby Gt500. They haven't released exact specs on it yet, but they're saying over 700 horsepower. Pulls a lot from the GT350, has a lot of the same shapes and designs. Carbon wheels like on the GT350 are obviously not the same design, but same kind of technology. Gigantic Brembos up front. Looks like steel rotors. I don't know if they're gonna have a carbon option or not. And then this massive rear carbon wing. Look how wide that thing is. And then the thing that everyone hates. See those? See them? Right here. See that? Yep. Automatic. Okay, so not really automatic. It's a 7-speed dual clutch, but as far as GT500 fans are concerned, it's an automatic. This is the power plant of the new GT500. It's a supercharged 5.2 liter. It is the same block, bore, and stroke as the GT350, but it is not getting the GT350's flat plane crank. It will get a cross plane crank, which Ford claims helps it handle higher horsepower numbers. These functional air dams up front probably covering up an oil cooler back there. You do have this very large front splitter, which adds some aero, especially on the sides here, as well as the hood pins. Now, speaking to the representative, he did say this was the track package one. I would assume that's probably the wing, the front splitter.
Place is freezing cold. There's still snow everywhere. Okay, let me know what you guys like best. You can subscribe down below, hit like on this video. Let me know what you guys want to see at next year's Detroit Auto Show in the summer when it's warm. Have a good one, guys.